right, man, like I told you guys on the live stream, if you didn't catch it, is that you seen on the internet, and I put the source in the description again on the source link, that Manny Pacquiao called out Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. And pretty much what happened is that Manny Pacquiao has told Premier Boxing Champions that he wants to fight Errol Spence next. Now, let's not forget, Errol Spence said that he would like to fight Manny Pacquiao. He don't need no tune-up or Danny Garcia. So right now it's looking like Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence might be a go. But we back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Want to make a donation to the channel? That information is in the description. PayPal, Cash App, all that stuff there. But I do appreciate everybody that just shares the video. That's the best way to help out the channel. All right, but let's talk about the details. All right. Right now, Manny Pacquiao asked PBC that he wants Errol Spence. Now, he posted that on social media, on Twitter, calling out Errol and Spence. I'm going to call out Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, and I put the source link in the description so you go to it. And it was told to me that he just put Terrence Crawford's name in there for good measure, and Crawford obviously responded on the hop and said, anytime, any place, for the most part. I'm paraphrasing. So, right now, he's told PBC that that's the fight he wants with Errol Spence. Now, he was slated to fight Mikey Garcia. But Mikey Garcia got tired of waiting around, and Mikey Garcia did a one-fight deal with DAZN, and that doesn't really, exempt him from fighting Manny Pacquiao. But what happened was that, Manny Pacquiao wanted to move on to a different opponent, and I believe Pacquiao, who is a huge opportunist, he seen that Errol Spence wasn't the same. He was talking a little bit funny, and he want to fight Errol Spence now. So, but I heard that Errol Spence actually, before Manny Pacquiao swooped in, he actually wanted to fight the IBF mandatory first, and then I guess he was going to roll into a Danny Garcia fight. So, Errol Spence was looking for a tune-up in his IBF mandatory. That's what he wanted to do. I reported that Danny Garcia might not have been next, but it's believed that Errol Spence would actually want to fight Manny Pacquiao and, kind of, push the IBF mandatory to the side. All right. So right now it's believed that Errol Spence, and that's, assuming that he was telling the truth on national television, that he actually wants to fight Manny Pacquiao with no tune-up. Pacquiao probably seen the way he was talking, seen the way he was slurring, and Manny Pacquiao now wants to take the opportunity to actually, fight Errol Spence now. So it's a fight that Pacquiao has requested. I'm not sure what the negotiations would, be the sticking points. Would money be a problem? Would venue be a problem? So it's not really known. But Pacquiao, actually, his list of opponents included Mikey Garcia, Amir Khan, and Danny Garcia at one point. And I kind of reiterate some things that I said in the live and I said before. One of the things about the Errol Spence Sean Porter fight, that was a huge landmark into what was going to happen. Had Sean Porter beat Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao was willing to do a 3-belt unification fight with Sean Porter next year, is what I heard. If Errol won, then Danny Garcia would have the option to fight Errol. Obviously, that's what you guys seen that happen. So Danny was the mandatory. He wanted to fight Errol. Obviously, Errol had an accident, and now we here. But it doesn't really surprise me. And people were saying, well, why can't the Crawford fight happen now? Or Crawford should have to do this and do that in the third. Now, that just shows you, man, that, it gives more validity to what I was saying, that he didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? When you want something so bad, you know what I'm saying? You don't care, you don't care when or how you are when you get in it. Errol Spence is perhaps making the mistake of fighting Manny Pacquiao prematurely. But, when guys that want to see want to see Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence wanted to fight, all his apologists said he needed the tune-up. And now it's believed that he can go right into a Manny Pacquiao fight, but what was that energy to go into a Crawford fight? But guess what? Manny Pacquiao is probably, in his mind, a different degree of difficulty, and he brings more money to the table because it's probably something him and Al talked about. But why not? Why not last January or last July to fight Errol Spence? And Errol Spence got to ask himself, are you going to do what Keith Thurman did? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to sit here knowing that you may not be 100%? Are you going to sit here, are you willing to basically give Manny Pacquiao a handicap? And people say, well, Pacquiao was old. Pacquiao could give him a handicap. His handicap is being old. And, basically Errol Spence, he injured himself. Was Errol Spence, if Errol Spence willing to come in here, no tune-up after a car accident, flying through a windshield of a car, he got to be real and ask himself. Knowing the way I'm walking, if I'm hitting the bag, do I have any pain or anything that's going to hold me back from a Manny Pacquiao fight? Or when I can lose? Because I don't want to hear no excuses after the fight. Same thing Keith Thurman did. Keith Thurman sold his soul. He knew he was out for 22 months. He knew he was lethargic or looked a little bit pedestrian versus Ethan Lopez. He knew these things. Okay? He knew these things. But he took the risk because the money was there. It was something that he wanted. If he was active and he was fighting on a regular schedule 2-3 times a year, and he was killing shit, Manny Pacquiao would have never wanted to fight Keith Thurman. But Keith Thurman knew what it was. He waived his right for drug testing. It came out his mouth. He knew he needed one more tune-up, said after the fight, and he barely came up short, in my opinion. Now, Errol Spence got to ask himself the same thing. This time, he not getting granted a tune-up. And like I reported about a month ago, he would like to fight the IBF mandatory, then get into a tough fight with Danny Garcia or a tough fight with Manny Pacquiao. And he got to, this is him. If he wanted so bad and he believed in his body that he healthy enough to beat a Pacquiao, and he waived his right to test it, he waived his right to take a tune-up. If he take a tune-up and look good, he know Pacquiao maybe not going to want to fight him. But even when he was 100%, this is a dangerous fight without VADA and USADA testing. A very dangerous fight for Errol Spence. Errol Spence, he looked vulnerable versus Sean Porter. And I think the knockdown is what scared Manny Pacquiao perhaps from fighting Errol Spence. And Errol Spence, he shells up a lot. Pacquiao like to run those combinations. The first 5 or 6 rounds is going to be telling. Because Errol Spence, he has that high guard syndrome. And Pacquiao has it as well, but he's pretty much mastered, when not to punch. And I think this may look like the Margarito fight if Pacquiao was in vintage form. If he could turn back the clock somewhat like he did to Keith Thurman. If Errol keep his hands at home, Pacquiao is just going to run a lot of combinations. He said a long time ago, how do you beat Errol Spence? He said, with my speed. He is still faster than Errol Spence. Errol Spence, he don't slip and counter well neither. Errol Spence keep his hands at home. He wait for you to finish on the back end. Errol Spence is going to have to be aggressive. He can't fight him like he did Mikey Garcia. It's too much speed on the other end. It's too much coordination and footwork. He has to use that jab, come forward. He can't take a half step back. He got to either step over, come forward, and he got to punish Manny Pacquiao. A lot of body work. He got to punch with Manny Pacquiao. He can't let Pacquiao set. When Pacquiao on the ropes, he can't let him slide out the side door. He can't take a step back, a half step back like Keith Thurman did and let him win. He got to keep pressure on Pacquiao, work the body, slow Pacquiao down, slip uppercuts when he get him on the ropes, smother him, and then go up top and go for the kill. This ain't no easy fight. If Errol Spence was 100% healthy, Pacquiao that fought Keith Thurman, this dude was in vintage form. But before I continue kind of breaking it down that way, who's still really holding up the fight, or what's really holding up the fight other than negotiations, is Floyd Mayweather. Pacquiao's been waiting around for Floyd Mayweather for some years. You know what I'm saying? Since he got here, he going on his second year with PBC, and Floyd Mayweather still deciding what he wants. They still saying, well, if Floyd come back in his next fight and fight Pacquiao. But I don't believe Floyd going to come back, even if he's still in shape. He ain't fought since he fought McGregor a couple years ago and fight Pacquiao in his first fight back. I believe it's being set up for him to fight Conor McGregor. If not, Cerrone win. I think Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor too, and then probably Khabib. And I think that's why Manny Pacquiao probably just, ready to cash his chips in, because I heard this the last year that Pacquiao wanted to fight, and he would retire after this year. So they were really waiting on Mayweather. If Mayweather choose to fight Pacquiao, then Pacquiao would fight Mayweather first until the end. This is the fight that he told PBC that he wanted. He want Errol Spence. It's believed that Errol Spence would take the fight once again. Obviously, Errol Spence would like to tune up. He would like to fight his IBF mandatory. But Manny Pacquiao, for my money, I don't think he want to wait around. But Floyd Mayweather still holding up a lot of things at PBC. But it's confirmed, Dana White confirmed that he will be working with Floyd Mayweather. And for the best interest of their working relationship, Floyd Mayweather has to fight for them to reap the benefits of that. So if they working together, I heard that it could be a McGregor-Mayweather combination. I believe it's going to be a McGregor-Khabib combination. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to come back and fight Manny Pacquiao. I think he just want like tension and kind of McGregor type fights and these easy Andre Berto level type fights. So, we'll see. But with Errol, I would caution him to really think about it. But, if he don't take this opportunity and he come back and he lose to the IBF mandatory, Qdoba, I don't know his name, or if he lose to Danny Garcia anyway, and he lead that Manny Pacquiao fight, he won it so bad. And Pacquiao called the shots over there. Pacquiao picks who he want to win, who he want to fight, and he want to fight Errol coming off a car accident. He think this the best time to get him, and I ain't mad at him, because Errol Spence gonna waive his right, to being a healthy fighter, to being an active fighter, to making sure he 100% before going in and fighting Pacquiao. But even before the accident, I don't think it was an easy stylistic matchup. I thought Errol might come back from behind or stop him late. But like I said before, Errol Spence ain't hitting that hard. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman was a good puncher, before all the injuries. And he hit Manny Pacquiao with a lot of shots. But what give me faith that Errol Spence can come through and really win this fight is because I think more naturally he an aggressive fighter than Keith Thurman was. Keith Thurman used to be a big aggressive fighter in the amateurs, but he learned to box. And I think Keith Thurman kept taking that half step back and not standing on the front foot and cutting the ring off on Pacquiao for the fights versus Sean Porter and Keith Thurman and got fights like that. He was so used to boxing on the back foot that when he got time to be on the front foot, he kept resetting and stepping back and letting Pacquiao off the hook. I think if Errol Spence is not cautious about Pacquiao punching power, because he was cautious a little bit about Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia punching power. If he's not cautious about Manny punching power, I think he got a better chance of walking Manny Pacquiao down than Keith Thurman did. You know what I'm saying? I really do. But we got to see. But once again, I'm just telling y'all right now and then, you might end up with Pacquiao with 3 belts. And then again, marination going wrong. No Errol Spence, no Terrence Crawford. And then you also sitting on a situation where Errol Spence beat Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? He get 3 belts. What if he have a relapse? What if he go crazy again? What if he start acting different in negotiations and ask for 80-20 or 70-30 now? Or whatever situation may be. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this was his goal all the time, was to do a big pay-per-view with Manny Pacquiao. And maybe, he ready to move on or whatever. So, at the end of the day, we'll see if his marination going wrong or if his marination going right. If Errol Spence can cash in and beat Manny Pacquiao, he probably would satisfy his IBF mandatory. Then in 2021, he will go in and fight Terrence Crawford. You never know. Terrence Crawford can have a stumbling block. He can get us into some trouble. He can lose a fight or suffer an injury. You know what I'm saying? But it just shows you that if this fight goes through next, that Errol Spence is full of BS because he could have fought Terrence Crawford next. But it just tells you, some people want to sell their soul for a particular fight. In this case, in a particular price. In this case, for a particular fight. That's what this tells you. Because if he can go into this fight, why not fight Terrence Crawford? But at the end of the day, if he lose the fight, it's going to be a bunch of excuses. The car accident, but that was a self-inflicted wound. If he win the fight, good shit for him. But Pacquiao see an opportunity. Errol Spence is about to sell his belts, or he about to cash in with another belt, but it's an opportunity that he may not get again, and I understand him doing it. But at least if I'm him, I'm getting strict drug testing for 4 or 5 months. That's the least he can do. But he gonna waive that right. He gonna waive his right to be a human being like Keith Thurman did, like Adrian Broner. He gonna waive the right for the money. PBC fighters want the money before the legacy, because this does nothing for his legacy. Danny Garcia said you gotta beat a legend to be a legend. Beating an old ass fighter don't make you a legend. Beating elite level competition makes you a legend. Errol Spence could do nothing versus Manny Pacquiao that hasn't been done before. He been knocked out to the body. He been knocked out to the head. He been decisions. He's been outboxed. This is strictly a money grab. And in the process, he get another belt. Before Pacquiao had a real belt, he was willing to put Sean Porter to the side. He was willing to put the other belt holders to the side to get that, to fight Pacquiao. This is about money. This ain't a legacy fight. This is financial. This is what fighters fight for now, money. And when they get the money, they usually go relapse, do stupid shit, celebrate, and they never the same fighter once they reach their goals. This is your goal. The goal is not to be great. The goal is not to be legendary. The goal is to get the most money. The goal is to chase the money fight. So we'll see how I roll down. But like I said before on the live stream, man, Manny Pacquiao said he want to fight Errol Spence next. And it could be going down next. So Pacquiao was slated to return in like May, April. So I'm thinking like June or July. That's what I'm thinking about for this fight. I'm thinking this is going to be a June or July fight. But like I said, Errol had preferred to fight the IBF mandatory first, then Garcia. But now Pacquiao inserted his name into the situation. So let me know what y'all think about the fight. Should Errol take it? Should he take a tune-up? But if he take a tune-up and look good, Pacquiao might not want the fight. Pacquiao might retire. So this might be one shot, one go. So I understand his train of thought. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, want to make a donation, share the video. And let me know what you guys think about, Errol perhaps fighting Manny Pacquiao next. Other than that, man, let me know. I got some more videos coming later in the morning or in the afternoon tomorrow. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella, Goodfella Sports TV. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, thumbs up the video. We gone.